So, yes, did it start? Yes, it did. I'm live. Yeah, buddy. I'm live. I'm live, boy. So, anything that I need to worry about is. Wait, do I have to worry about anything? Okay, no, not clarified. So, I never invited anyone for this stream, but if you came, it means either you're interested in math or you are out of touch with your family because come on, why do you need advice? Teens need advice. Okay, that's something I find very off because you have a family that is supposed to guide you. Either your family is not not well, or you're not in the position to go to your family or whatever. So yeah, if you came here for teen advice, then yeah, welcome to the stream. It's kind of for you guys too. Mostly I'll be doing my math homework. Actually, it's my classwork. I have to finish my notes. So yeah, I'm actually writing the notes right now. So first, uh, let's define the teenage 13 to 19. By the time you come to 16, you must be able to comprehend what is happening around you. If you don't comprehend and still spend your time on Instagram and Snapchat, I guess something's wrong with you. Please try to just look back at what you're doing and ask yourself, like, what have I been doing all this time? Because see, nobody uses Instagram after 16 if they are matured enough. Because see, it's a big lie about perfectionism, and you don't want to see being lied to. You don't want to be lied to. Okay, so because that sets a mental barrier and it may impact you in the long term, which is something you want to avoid. Yeah, like you might say most of the stuff we watch are bodybuilding and money making related. No, that doesn't justify using Instagram. The reason I started using Instagram in the first place is to get to know about people, but then I realized it's just a horrible website with horrible people. Okay, so if you are not feeling well, if you are not feeling healthy, my first tip is change your diet. Yeah, and the second is you need something known as sunlight. Go get some sunlight, boy. Sunlight is so good, like I replenished all my lost vitamin D in just like how to say it, like around in 9 days something. Like I had severe vitamin D deficiency. I used to take the vitamin D pills, whatever you used to get on the market, and yeah, they're pretty ineffective to the point like they won't help you recover. They just like, I mean, that's a drugs are supposed to do. They're like they are supposed to help you reach a stage where you can then recover naturally. They are just supposed to aid you. There is no drug that is going to permanently fix you. Okay, so remember this. So if you see something that tells this will permanently cure you, no, you have to take absolutely necessary medication. But there are some kinds of medication which affect our metabolic programs in our body to the point where you need to keep taking them so that you recover. Because, like, I think one of it is Ozempic, which is given for diabetes, type 2 diabetes. And by the looks of it, first of all, you why do you have diabetes? That's a very, very, very like man. If you're a teen and you have diabetes, like you are supposed to be healthy. You're not even 30 and you have diabetes. That's something wrong with your diet. Go change your diet. Stop drinking soft drinks. Okay, that's the first advice. And another is like the way we store food is we remove the we add a lot of preservatives, so that's known as processing. So you have processed foods, and the processing of it is like each food item is processed in a different way, but at the end they remove the water most of the times. And yeah, so the thing is, if you want to eat some potato chips, go cut them in your kitchen and make them and eat them instead of buying a pack. Yeah, it may be cheaper, but and you may think that man, it won't hurt me, but it will. And personally speaking, if you ask me, until the last month, it's 18th 6 2023, June 18th 2023 for context. And if you met me during the early stages, like early days of May, you would find me eating all kinds of breads and buns, sweets, and all kinds of unnecessary sugar intake. It's something that you need to take care of. Like even fruit juices are bad, like because they causes sugar spike. If you want to take a fruit, take it in its original form. Don't make a juice out of it. Because see, fructose, glucose, and all this act in the same way in our body. They damage our body. So the thing we need to do is we need fiber to take them out. So when you eat the fruit, you get some fiber and you get some vitamins, minerals, and all that stuff. That's nerd stuff, but okay. I, I am trying not to be a nerd most of the times, but it does not work. Yeah, and this is actually a way to vent out some of my unnecessary thoughts. Okay, so it's not like see, I'm not a professional doctor, and don't take my word to 100%. Like, try to get it and try to get what science tells us. And see, this is the problem. Oh, there's no fan. That's why I'm sweating. No problem. Sweat is good. At least my pores are working. It means I'm functional. Yeah. So what I was saying. Yeah. So the problem is you don't do research in some issue. One is don't believe conventional media all the times. Like you need to get as many possible different sources. It's not like I see this channel or I see this and I'll see the opposite views and all that. No, you need to get what has actually happened, what is the argument presented by the party, what is argument presented against the party and all that. Like that's what you need to analyze. Okay, so I'm not against doctors and I'm not against science. I'm just against the exploitation of science and innocence of people. Okay, so yeah, and awkward silence, I guess. I'm thinking actually, like, see, if you have problem with, like, if you feel lonely, it's because you don't have human contact. Then one thing I can recommend you is running, because running actually releases, I think, serotonin as well as dopamine. So that's actually you're setting up your dopamine reflexes with in a healthy way. So you are putting in effort and then you are getting it as the reward. It's not instant gratification. Yeah, that's the term. That's the fancy term they use. But yeah, You don't get instant gratification, which is good. Okay, you don't want that to happen to you. Okay, so you're setting up good, and yeah, it is good for your lower body, it's good for your knee health, and like there is a proper way of running. Like even people get running wrong sometimes. So yeah, if you want running and then do it, and I think there is a point in running where you reach like the peak of your speed, and then like your mind is so stressed that it releases some chemicals which actually give you an high, and that high is actually known as runner's high, and it's so good. I think I experienced it twice or thrice because I don't run much. Uh, and another thing is lift heavy objects occasionally because it actually develops your core strength, and yeah, who does not like to be strong? You should be the change you would like to see and all the stuff, but yeah, change starts with the person who is asking for it. Okay, so I need to search this up. What's the spelling of rhombus? Rhombus is RHOM. Rom. Oh my god. I was writing ROHM. Rom. Rhombus. Rhombus. Yeah. English is not my native language. English is a Western language for me. But yeah, I'm better at it than I'm at my mother tongue. That's something I feel sad about, kind of, and sometimes feel like it's not the my fault alone. It's like a bunch of factors. Yeah. So, anyways, back to the topic. So another advice is stay away from drugs. What kind of drugs? The illegal kinds like heroin, meth, and all this. And yeah, stay away from cigarettes. Stay away from vaping. Yeah, vaping is something that I don't. I never even knew until I watched some documentaries on it. You need some electric thing to survive, then I think it's time for you to stay in the forest for a week and learn how survival is supposed to be. So yeah, yeah. So actually, I used to be having a lot of fat. Even now, I have fat in my chest area. I have pseudo gynecomesia something, gynecomastia, whatever. So it's like fat accumulates around your body part, like around your chest and your belly, because you are having high estrogen mimicking chemicals in your body, hormones, chemicals, whatever you want to call them. Everything in the body just breaks down to human chemistry. So yeah, so one way to set it right is to eat only one meal a day, and check your carbohydrate intake, and organic chemistry has made me go insane, like unnecessarily. Yeah, carbon is the life element. Still, I can't say carbon. That's anyway. So yeah, I'm trying to make is you're supposed to control your diet. Most of the change happens on where you eat and what you eat. If you are trying to put junk in your stomach, then I think you're going to fail miserably. I don't know if that's the correct way to say it or not, but yes, like you don't want it to happen, but it will happen one day. You'll get fat. You'll be like, I never was fat in my life. My whole family was never fat. It happens sometimes. You can get fat. Even though you're not fat, you can get fat. So yeah, one is try to move a lot. Don't stay idle at one point. Stay away from your phone as long as possible. Like the only reason you must be using your phone is either to listen to music, or the second would be for educational purposes, which is what most students are supposed to do with their phones. And yeah, that's it. There is no other need for your phone. Like, why would you need something? It's people say it's almost part of my body. No, it's not. You're not born with it. You grow up to be with it, and you say it's part of you. No, unacceptable. I would definitely punch you in the face if I see you with a phone, saying that I can never stay with my phone. It's very important for me. I mean, I have a phone addiction, but that's because I learn languages through it, and hear a lot of music, and I ask a lot of guys for notes. Yes, the screen is a distraction to keep my mind busy while keeping it concentrated, so that I don't go to the phone or the computer for any other reasons. It's like actually trying to concentrate my mind. I'm only doing three tasks now: seeing, speaking, and writing. And subconscious, I think I'm doing the fourth one. That's like thinking about what to say. And it's actually good because the empty mind is devil's warehouse, and I don't want a devil in my mind. I already have enough demons. So, yeah. And if you want the advice in studies, then first thing you are supposed to do is listen to the theory class. If you understand the theory, then you can learn the formulas later. But theory is important. Like if you don't know what a catalyst is supposed to do, then there is no use of what is the rate of reaction when the catalyst is added and when the catalyst is not added. You know what catalyst does, then you can think of the change of using a catalyst in the reaction and not using it. Okay, so that's it. Was pay attention. Attention. I'm forgetting language because I don't have social interaction with people. I'm not an introvert, but if I want to be, I can be one. That's what you call, I think, ambiverts. And yeah, so sunlight does lot of wonders on your body. So actually, lot of things I learned, just saying improve your testosterone, and all that. But for that, first you need vitamin D, which you get from the sunlight, and you need calcium for your bones and all that. I have one pain in my body. That's like my cramp, which I got in my left chest, like right beside the shoulder blade. I can feel it at my back, not at my front. It's like I got it during sleep, and yeah, I did it for a long time. It's like it doesn't matter to me because I can work with the pain anyways, and it's not that much. I can feel it, but it's not like, oh, you're going to die. Oh no, it's very bad. So yeah, when something is not that serious, you don't need to pay attention to it. Okay. And another thing, if you're worried and you have a lot of anxiety, I used to call it anxiety, but it's no anxiety, I guess, because that's what my friends told me to say. So I take some advice. I don't want to sound like a guy with bad English. I mean, I want to learn one subject completely, but I never get to it. Yeah. And I say, stop telling others that you're Batman. No, you're not Batman. Why do you need to think yourself as a Batman? Batman is a character. It is supposed to be a inspiration. You're not supposed to be Batman. You're supposed to be like or better than him. Okay, that's what I say. Is it's a circle? Please don't tell it's a circle. I hate circles. Circles are so like there is one concept in circles which I never understood. That's like three topics actually. Inverse of a point, conjugate of a point, and the polar of a circle. It's like I'm telling I don't know half the math here. So yeah. And the other thing you need to pay attention to is probably it will be who you have accompanying you. You would say you want positive people around you, but it's not always the case. I tend to keep negative people and positive people at the same distance because then you will be under no influence. If you are with your enemy and or if you are with your friend, then you have certain influence. When you're with your friends, you'll be like chill mode. You'll be like, let's go party, let's enjoy, let's not take any responsibility, let's postpone this, let's procrastinate, and let's no, I actually never get invited to any of this fun stuff. Maybe that's the reason I don't care about them, but it's like I care about them. Sometimes I want to be invited, but again I realize it's mostly going to be a waste of time. So yeah. Slope of OP bar into slope of OQ bar equals -1. Therefore, POQ equals 90 degrees. Orthogonality. I guess I'm going to start a new chapter now. Not in the stream. I can't even tell which is. Wait. What is this? De Moivre's theorem. Yeah. Introduction. Oh, this has 9 months. Notes. Not in. I actually don't do a lot of streams because you see, point number one, I don't get this much free time. And point number two, the house is not this empty always. There are always people in the home, and that's the biggest distraction you have. You don't want to be called in the middle of stream to help clean the room. I actually cleaned my room today. That's a great thing for me because most of the time I'll be living like a pig in a very dirty environment. Genuine facts. And for people who are looking for inspiration, like the one thing I want you to do is like First, try to build a discipline. Discipline is always built, so it's the only thing that can beat genetics. You may have bad genetics, but if you discipline yourself well enough, you can actually conquer half of the problems you have. Discipline is one of the key things which we don't see commonly. Eh, Discipline is very important. Personally, I am not disciplined. I agree that, but the value of discipline. How do I know it? I like to swim, and last month I was swimming. I had a 1 month subscription for the swimming pool, and what I realized it was that every day I was running to the pool and getting into the pool and swimming for 1.5 hour, like 1.5 hour every day. I was trying to be consistent every day. And what I realized is that I started liking going to the pool. The first day you have enthusiasm, the second day you have enthusiasm, the third day you have enthusiasm, but the fourth, the fifth, and the sixth, you slowly lose the interest. That's how motivation works. I'm not trying to motivate anyone. I'm just trying to help set discipline. Okay? Because see, motivation it won't last forever. You need to again pick up yourself every time and again. It's not always going to stick with you. Motivation is like that one friend who remembers you when he needs money. Otherwise, they don't even speak with you. Like, see, today you might be motivated. You may go for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. After that, you lose motivation. But still, if you continue to go because you are supposed to go. That's how you conquer the abyss. Okay. Yeah. So cis theta square, which equals cis 2 theta. Yeah. In this chapter. And another recommendation is like try to pass on your day without any music. Like music is good. Uh, I never said I was against music because I play the violin and I actually is like, and I like music, but the thing is like most of the music today is all about like it's so filled with negativity and all that. You don't need to listen to all of it. Most of the times listening to music is like you trying to fall into a world to distract yourself from the actual reality. Sometimes you need it, sometimes it actually throws you further into the uh, d- bad cycle of sadness and dissatisfaction. So uh, advice number 3, have fear. Fear actually is going to make you work harder so that you try. When you are scared of something, you be like I'm scared of it, so I'm going to stay away from it. But again, you should be like I'll be staying away from it. What if one day I'm supposed to face it and I can't? So you need to prepare and try to conquer your fear, and like in that continuous effort you reach to a point where you are not scared of it, and again set new goals with new and have new fears and try to conquer the new fears. If like you need to try repeatedly to the point where if there is any person who says it's impossible, it should not be the other person, it should be you. Okay. Work to the point where you declare it's impossible. Do as many attempts as possible, and then say it's impossible to do this. I'll move on to another one. And never stay stuck at one point. Staying stuck at one point never helps. The past is like a rear view mirror of the vehicle. If you keep staring at it while driving forward, you may get into an accident because you need to be looking forward. I'm not saying don't forget about what happened in your past, but past is not everything. You need to look forward, okay? Most of this stream is actually for myself. It's like me giving advice to myself. My mature self giving advice to me when I be immature. This is like me taping myself so that I can show this and slap myself in the face when I say I don't want to do this. This is going to be my punching bag for myself. Me punching myself, probably. I don't want to turn on the fan though. It's very noisy. Another thing is try to build raw strength. Strength actually is sometimes very useful in intimidating others. Any integer n. One thing I realized in my journey in education is like in India we call it enter second year, but I think in America it's like high school, like let me primary, mid school, high, secondary. Uh, I think it's secondary. I don't know. In CBSE, it's 11th, 12th. In state, it's inter first year, inter second year, and all that. We have that stuff here. Like when it comes to central board, we have 11th and 12th. When it comes to state boards, we have inter first and inter second. It all basically boils down to what is happening in my education pre university. Or actually, is it? Yeah, whatever. I am not American, okay? I'm not American or Canadian. I'm Indian. So yeah. So what happened is whenever I could not solve any math sum, I'll just sit there and ponder why it looks so beautiful because math is one thing that is driving me crazy because I like it, not because I hate it. Abraham Demover. Is how do I say? So yeah, the thing is like I just sit there and wait for my teacher or so lecturer to explain it, uh, and then I try it again and I try to do some models in it, and then I go to the next question. It's like actually very fun to do. Maths is a very fun subject because it's not like I hate something because like the only reason I would hate a topic in maths is because I don't understand it, and the reason I love maths is because I don't understand it. But see, math is some subject that is built mostly on assumptions and like you have axioms, you have theorems, and then you have assumptions, hypothesis, and then you have conclusions. That's like a very fun thing to do. You are assuming something and you are finding ways to see whether it's possible or not. Like that's how you are supposed to be. Like that's the basic structure of life. You try, you check, you have something in your mind, and then you realize it works or it does not work, and that's how you are supposed to. That's how growth is formed. So like I actually like that math is something that I would like to apply in my real life, even though I won't be using the Pythagoras theorem most of the times. I would like it. I would like math. I would enjoy it as a subject. Like it's so It's a fun thing. The stream I think won't be longer than 1 hour because I don't want to waste my bandwidth. And yeah, I'd probably do not like my classmates watching this video of mine because man, I don't relate to them, so I don't think they'll relate to me. And yeah, like when it comes to fitness, I think I can do 20 push-ups clean. And my highest was actually 35, but now since I recently, I think it has fallen down to a lower number. And I actually feel ashamed to say that I can't highest number of push-ups currently. To be fit all the time, man, as long as possible. So yes, I'm actually trying to finish 3 days worth of notes in like however long. That's till 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock is a lot of time for me because no, I'm actually concentrating. So it's like, man, you got this, man. Like in math, if there is something that I enjoyed a lot, it's going to be differentiation because the integration and differentiation, like the calculus parts, are fun to do because you can use different methods to get the same answer for some problems, and for some problems there's a certain new method which you need to use, and for some, even if you do the correct method, if you mess up the values, you get the wrong answers. And like it's fun. Math is fun. Math is basically fun. So coming to the advice, uh, go find a mentor for yourself. Go find a mentor. Having a mentor will actually sometimes come out as beneficial because mentors, they guide you, and when you have some guidance, you are at least having some foresight and some advice which you can build upon, and then you can try it. And you, if you fail, you have new experience. If you don't fail, you have experience. So yes, so I'm using PMI to prove De Moivre's theorem. Wow, that sounds fun. You know, one thing I'm actually scared of is lizards. Like, I mean, I never had one harm me because I never saw a lizard that can harm me. But, oh my god, the neighbors on the other side started singing. I'm not fan of the singing. They sing every Sunday, I guess. I think they call them carols or something. I don't think physics has that much work as much as I have in math and chemistry. Chemistry, I will have a lot of horrible work to do. I mean, chemistry is a fun subject, just like math. Everyone understands it, but the one who can apply it is actually the real genius. And the case is, most of the times I find myself unable to apply chemistry. But there are some places where I can actually like apply chemistry. One is making alcohol. I learned how to make alcohols. Yeah, that's a real thing. I don't. It's like the most basic thing which you can make after learning chemistry is making alcohol. Like it's so easy, you know. Oh, the problem is that when you're speaking about alcohols, there are two methods. The one is distillation and another one is fermentation. So it depends on what you're doing that gives the final behavior of the alcohol you make. So if you go for distillation, you're supposed to take more steps and ensure the purity because like you may have contamination because when alcohol is formed it not just forms the drinkable alcohol, it also forms some toxic alcohol. So when you're going through distillation, like even types of alcohol have different temperature boiling points, so evaporation points. So yeah, if you're sublimating it, it's going to be hard. You need to know how it works to be careful. The thing is, I won't say how to make alcohol. It's pretty basic. I think you can find it on YouTube, but I don't want my channel to get banned. Maybe it may get banned for speaking about it, but yes, that's one genuine thing which you can do. I'm straining for myself awake and complete my goddamn work because I don't want some guy to point at me saying that I didn't finish my work and he did. Be pointed at by some other in my life. Respect. Respect is the important thing. Even if you're naked, no problem. But if you live without respect, then I think like if someone disrespects you, immediately cut them out from your life. Even if they're your friend, if they make a joke on you, please tell them to repeat themselves and just say that it's not funny and cut all the ties with them. And I feel sleepy. This is the one dialogue I never wanted to hear, but I get to hear it every few seconds. Let me tell you, if you're sitting in a couch and you're not moving your hand, like if you're able to sit in couch without doing anything, binge eating and not working hard, you don't have ADHD. If you have ADHD, you would desperately go out and try to achieve something just for a grain of attention. Okay, so don't take ADHD medicines unnecessarily, kid. Okay, got it? Don't take ADHD medicines. No, if you have ADHD, you either become crazy man doing crazy stuff to get attention, like doing science experiments or solving math equations or being too intelligent for your age rather than being a slug who does not care about what is happening around you. That's not ADHD. Okay, like the genuine amount of misinformation on the internet about ADHD is so like I'm like, are these guys serious? Because like it can't be I either I'm seeing things or it is way bad out there because like I don't want to speak about it. Like it's so uncomfortable about what is happening out there. Like the thing is, you need to realize that half of your problems get solved when you are able to sit quietly. Like sit quiet in a room on a chair. Try to clear all the thoughts in your mind. That's how you reach peace. But don't always sit without doing any work. Work in your day, think in your evenings, and clear your mind at the night. Sleep, wake up with a fresh mind, go out. Uh, the thing I have been observing is I have been more prone to rage recently. I'm getting angered much more easily. And like my family doesn't support anger. Uh, I'm like, being angry is not bad, but unnecessary anger is. Like, if someone just is screaming at you without any reason, like Karens, that's a problem. Not not a person who is screaming at you because you failed some job they gave you. They have a whole right to scold you. They gave you a responsibility and you are supposed to take responsibilities. So, yeah, another advice is take responsibility for your actions. When you speak with yourself, don't be kind. If you're fat, call yourself fat. If you're fit, call yourself fit. Don't say everyone is good in their own ways. That's not always. Mentally speaking, everyone has their own creativity. Everyone has their own thinking capacity and their own field of experience. Okay, but physically speaking, if you are obese, then you are obese. It's not like I'm just a bit above the average. No, you're not. You're overweight. I'm just a bit uglier than the handsome guy. No, you're ugly, and the only way to fix it is get all the other attributes which you can change. Like you can get rich. If you can get skilled, get skilled. If you can get much better at conversing, learn more conversation skills. If you're having an opportunity to improve at anything which you can change in your life, go for it. Try to improve all the aspects that can be improved. Don't try to change your facial features. Okay, you're born with a face, you live with a face, that face becomes your identity. So protect your identity and be proud of what is your identity. You should be able to tell that, yes, I am the person you are seeing. You should be proud to tell that. Like, don't be like, man, it's okay, man. Like, I can be like this. It's not bad. Don't body shaming. Yeah, I support it. You can be fat shame. You can be body shame. Don't insult the families. Okay, just insult the person for being a failure. You need to stop deciding to be a failure. Okay, like, see, it's very simple for me. Like, I quit junk food in 1 month. Why can't you? I quit it. I completely quit it. The only time I ever eat a chocolate is when there's a guy who says it's my birthday, boy. It was like, at that time you get free chocolate, you eat it. Otherwise, I'm not buying any chocolates. I'm not buying any biscuits. I'm not buying any crackers. I'm not buying any waffles. I'm not buying any shit. I'm not buying any propaganda which will send me to hospitals and keep me diagnosed with medicines for my whole life. Like the biggest thing I would probably regret is not being able to continue my sports. And that's like, it's not the bad thing. I feel like if I played basketball a bit more, I would have gotten better. But no, I don't even have a chance of playing basketball. I actually love basketball. I have a ball right beside me. This is bigger than my face. That's because the volume is different. And my cranial capacity is so low that I can't compete with the basketball. And it can soar high in the sky, but it will fall down. At least my head won't be falling down from a very high location. and always be bounced around. That's one thing I can be grateful for. You may have all the bad things going on in your life, but yeah, stay optimistic about things. Like situation, hope for the situation to get better, but it won't happen unless until you take some action. So always hope for the better outcome and actually even work for better outcomes. Okay, that's what I say, and that's one good advice I can give. And another one is I need to find advice, man. I need to find what I learned in this 1 month of staying away from junk food. It has improved my cranial capacity. The only thing I buy from the market is like carbonated water, soda. That's what we call it here. I think in America, soda means like Coca Cola or something, but here it's like just carbonated water. We call it soda. And I like it because it has the tinge of explosiveness you know, when you drink it. You know, like I enjoy soda. Do you enjoy soda? Not sure why I'm doing this, but yeah. I'm supposed to bring some print tomorrow, and my phone is out of charge. Where's the charger? Oh, here it is. Let me connect it to the computer. This is a completely ignorable section. Skip for 10 seconds if you want to not see this. And yeah, done. Charge. You are setting up. Do it quick. Do it quick, gentlemen. Uh, Take no action. Can I charge it with my computer? Yeah, good. I'm able to charge my mobile. Like there are some things which hold true despite your protest about it. Okay, one is you can't change who you are unless physically, unless until you change who you are mentally. So if you improve to become a mentally better person, then you can physically become a better person. Okay, and yeah, and try to have positive influence near you, not completely beside you. You have positive, negative. You have a good enemy, you have a good friend. And the thing is, if you have enemies, it means you are going in the right path because at least someone is opposing you. Only friends, it's like there is something wrong you're doing. You are budging for everyone's request so that you can be friends. Don't be a needy person. A needy person is seen like used and thrown off, and they're dependent on you, and it will act like it's. Don't be that person, okay? Don't. Just don't be the needy guy. If someone is like, man, this guy's needy, and it's like once they see your weakness, they exploit it to the point where you are looted up from top to bottom, you know. Don't get looted up, boys. Don't be robbed. Stay strong. Okay. You know, 3 months of regular exercise every day can cure depression. So keep exercising. It's good for your muscles. It prevents aging. I think this has been told by Schwarzenegger, but like doing exercise, I'm not sure. I'm not even sure who told this, but doing exercise actually slows down the aging of your body, it seems. So it's always better to be young looking, even when you're old, than to be old looking when being young. I've seen a lot of guys with white hairs who are under 18. They have not even crossed their teens and they already have white hair. Yeah, jokes on you. At least I'm not the guy with white hair. And yeah, I have good hair health, and yeah, take pride in every thing that you think belongs to you. Okay, you should not be ashamed of something you think that belongs to you. If you feel ashamed, then there is something wrong with you. Okay, or with the environment you are living in. Okay, so what I say is, it's always better to be s- shitting in the sink than to sink in the of others. Okay, if you get it, you get it. If you don't get it, no problem. And I love this math. My biggest problem I have, which I want to put forward, is I can't do one single pull up or chin up. I want to change that. I can lift heavy things. I can. I didn't try bench press yet, but I would like to try it too. And I can do bicep curls. I can do push ups, and yeah, I can lift my body on my hands. Not completely. It's not a like I can do partial handstand. Not even partial. I think it's called frog stand or something. I can do partial frog stand because my stability is messed up. So yeah, to stabilize yourself, try to reduce the food. Like the food you eat affects the way you think. Okay, if you are eating non-nutritious, high calorie food, you are going to get fat and you are going to get dumb. Okay, and if you are eating healthy and nutritious food, you are going to get fit, and you can be smart. You can be dumb. It's not like diet is directly like, but even the diet has a kind of influence on what kind of person you turn out to be. Most of the people who eat junk food turn out to be a very bad social influence. Okay, so yeah, and I think that's nearly an hour. I don't want to continue this for that long. So yeah, oh, 3 minutes. Actually, 2 minutes for an hour. So yeah, sure. Yeah, buddy. Good. That's very good. I like this. 1 hour of stream of me speaking with myself and also giving advice to you guys. I think I got you, bro. And I think you also get what I'm saying. Like the general idea is change your diet. Don't put medication. You eat bad food. You go to the doctor. He gives medication again. You eat bad food. You again have to take medication. Try to get medication out of your life. For which you need to remove bad food out of your life. For which you need to add good food to your life and add exercise to your life. Okay, get it? That's the basic synopsis I would like to give. And other than that, a few ending words which I would like to say are one of the world's largest flower, the Rafflesia arnoldi, has a distinct odor and a rotting meat. Okay, of rotting meat. What? Oxygen is odorless and colorless as a gas. It in its liquid and solid form. It looks pale blue. Okay, those are two facts for you. And yeah, I don't want to ask for subscribers, but yeah, if you want, please subscribe. If you're someone else who has never seen me, good. I do these kinds of stream once a while, so yeah, this was very rare of me streaming. The last time I streamed was when I was preparing for my math exam, like the day before. Tomorrow is my math exam, and today I was streaming. So yeah, that's how my streams are. Thank you.